Are you or someone you care about managing chronic kidney disease and wondering what a safe, satisfying breakfast looks like? For many people in the United States living with this condition, breakfast can either support or stress kidney function depending on what is chosen. The National Kidney Foundation reports that breakfast habits strongly influence daily nutrient load, especially sodium, potassium, and phosphorus, which directly affect kidney health. Breakfast should be more than filling. When tailored correctly, it can help regulate phosphorus, reduce protein buildup in the blood, and limit fluid retention. Even phosphate additives in packaged items like frozen waffles worsen vascular calcification in kidney patients. Do you check for phosphate preservatives in your breakfast foods? Kidney-friendly eating means more than removing harmful items. It means adding foods that reduce kidney workload. For example, replacing high-phosphorus animal proteins with plant-based ones significantly improves phosphorus control, according to Kidney International. In this video, we are going to walk through 7 carefully chosen breakfasts that are not only delicious and easy to prepare, but also designed with the needs of kidney patients in mind. Each option is backed by real data, clear nutritional breakdowns, practical tips, and guidance for how to avoid common mistakes that may worsen your condition. Plus, there are some surprises here, including one breakfast that may dramatically reduce your daily potassium intake if eaten the right way. So, if you think you know what makes a healthy start to the day for someone with kidney disease, stay with us. There is a lot more to learn, and you might be rethinking your breakfast by the end of this video. Let us begin with a breakfast that is as nourishing as it is simple. Oatmeal with blueberries and chia seeds. Not only does it support stable blood sugar, but it also delivers powerful antioxidants that may help reduce kidney inflammation from the very first bite. Number 1. Oatmeal with blueberries and chia seeds. Oatmeal is not just a comforting breakfast. It is a powerful choice for kidney health when made correctly. A half cup of cooked oats has around 4 grams of fiber, which helps control blood sugar levels. This is important because people with chronic kidney disease often have diabetes or insulin problems, both of which make kidney damage worse. Did you know that eating lots of fiber, especially from whole grains like oats, has been shown to lower the risk of kidney failure in people with diabetic kidney disease? Oats are naturally low in sodium with only 2 milligrams per serving. High sodium intake often leads to higher blood pressure, fluid buildup, and heart problems, all of which make kidney issues worse. A low-sodium diet can help protect your kidneys and reduce their workload. Have you ever checked the sodium content in your breakfast foods? Keeping sodium intake under control is very important for kidney patients. The beta-glucan fiber in oats is especially helpful. Studies have shown that this type of fiber can lower inflammation, which is a key factor in kidney disease getting worse. In fact, inflammation is one of the main causes of kidney damage, so eating foods that help manage it is essential. How often do you choose foods with anti-inflammatory properties in your diet? Soaking oats overnight is an easy way to reduce phosphorus, which can be harmful to kidneys. When you soak oats, this process helps break down some of the compounds that have high levels of phosphorus, making them easier for the body to digest. This step is especially important for people with kidney disease because their kidneys may struggle to remove extra phosphorus, which can lead to bone and heart problems. Do you soak your oats overnight, or are you skipping this step? When cooking, use unsweetened almond milk, which has just 30 to 40 milligrams of potassium per cup. Compared to cow's milk, which has more than 300 milligrams of potassium per cup, almond milk is a safer choice for kidney patients who need to manage potassium intake. Too much potassium can cause heart rhythm problems or muscle weakness. Are you aware of how much potassium is in your drinks and how it affects your kidneys? Top your oatmeal with a quarter cup of fresh blueberries. Blueberries are not only low in potassium but also high in antioxidants, especially anthocyanins, which protect against oxidative stress. Oxidative stress plays a big role in kidney disease getting worse, and antioxidants help neutralize harmful free radicals that damage cells. Did you know that eating just a handful of blueberries daily can lower oxidative stress and support kidney health? Chia seeds with just 1 teaspoon add omega-3 fatty acids, which are important for reducing inflammation and supporting heart health. Omega-3 fatty acids have been shown to help lower blood pressure, which is a major concern for those with kidney disease. Additionally, chia seeds provide another 2 grams of fiber, making them an excellent addition to your breakfast. Have you considered adding chia seeds to your meals for their anti-inflammatory benefits? To make the benefits even better, sprinkle some cinnamon on your oatmeal. Cinnamon has been shown to improve blood sugar control and lower blood pressure, both of which are important for kidney health. This spice also has anti-inflammatory properties, helping to reduce kidney inflammation. Have you thought about adding cinnamon to your breakfast to help control your blood pressure? If you soak your oats overnight, do you feel that it helps with your digestion and overall energy levels the next morning? If you haven't tried it, this simple step could make a noticeable difference in your health. Number 2, scrambled egg whites with bell peppers. So if you're ready for a more savory option, stay tuned. Our next kidney-friendly breakfast is scrambled egg whites with bell peppers, packed with protein and essential nutrients for kidney health. You don't want to miss it. Scrambled egg whites with bell peppers and onions can be one of the most kidney-conscious, protein-rich ways to start your day when prepared correctly for your condition. Just half a cup of egg whites has about 17 grams of complete protein, which is essential for maintaining muscle mass, enzyme function, and cellular repair, especially for people on restricted protein diets where quality matters more than quantity. Have you ever tracked your daily protein intake and compared it to your doctor's recommendations for your kidney stage? The bioavailability of egg white protein is nearly 100%, meaning your body absorbs and uses nearly all of it efficiently without overloading your kidneys with excess nitrogen, a byproduct that compromised kidneys struggle to filter. More importantly, egg whites are naturally very low in phosphorus and potassium, containing less than 5 milligrams of phosphorus and 54 milligrams of potassium per half cup, making them an ideal choice over whole eggs, which have about 95 milligrams of phosphorus and 63 milligrams of potassium per large egg. This matters because phosphorus control is strongly linked with slower disease progression and reduced heart risk in patients with chronic kidney disease, and excess potassium can be life-threatening if not managed carefully. Do you know how much phosphorus you typically eat in a day and how it aligns with your lab results? Adding a quarter cup of sautéed bell peppers and onions not only makes the taste and texture better, but also brings additional health benefits. Bell peppers have a good amount of vitamin C, which supports immune function, and onions provide quercetin, a plant compound studied for its anti-inflammatory and potential kidney protective effects. Red and yellow peppers also provide beta-carotene, which converts into vitamin. Have you ever considered that even the color of your vegetables can affect the types of antioxidants you get? These vegetables are also low in potassium, with bell peppers averaging about 90 milligrams per half cup, and onions at around 100 milligrams per half cup. This is much lower than vegetables like tomatoes or potatoes, which can contribute over 300 milligrams per serving. When managing chronic kidney disease, selecting low-potassium vegetables helps reduce the risk of hyperkalemia, which can cause muscle weakness, irregular heartbeat, or even cardiac arrest. Do you regularly check the potassium content of the vegetables you use? Avoiding butter during preparation is key for protecting heart health, which is often compromised in people with kidney disease due to increased fluid retention, blood pressure issues, and metabolic imbalances. Instead of butter, use a quick spray of extra virgin olive oil, which has monounsaturated fats that have been shown to improve lipid profiles and reduce inflammation. Cooking egg whites slowly over medium-low heat helps retain moisture and reduces the risk of forming harmful advanced glycation end products, which are compounds that can build up in the body and worsen kidney damage. Have you ever thought about how your cooking method could affect the nutritional impact of your food? When choosing between cracking fresh eggs or using liquid egg whites, consider that pasteurized liquid egg whites are safer for those with weakened immune systems and often more consistent in quality. However, always read the label to make sure there are no added sodium or preservatives, as some brands include flavor enhancers or stabilizers that can be harmful to those managing kidney conditions. Do you currently check food labels for phosphorus additives which can appear under names like sodium phosphate or calcium phosphate? Switching from whole eggs to egg whites may seem like a sacrifice in taste or fullness, but many people report feeling lighter, more energized, and less bloated after just a few days. Do you notice a change in how you feel after having high phosphorus meals versus low phosphorus ones? Number 3. Greek yogurt parfait with apples and low phosphorus granola. If you are someone who enjoys a cooling, soothing, and refreshing morning option that also nurtures your gut health and supports mineral balance, then the next recipe is something you do not want to miss. Greek yogurt parfait with apples and low phosphorus granola may sound like a treat, but its benefits go far beyond flavor. It supports digestion, promotes fullness, and helps manage blood sugar, all critical for kidney wellness. This breakfast can be a powerful way to nourish your body while supporting your kidneys each morning. Half a cup of plain, non-fat Greek yogurt has around 90 milligrams of phosphorus, which may sound high, but much of that phosphorus is naturally bound and less likely to be absorbed compared to the inorganic phosphorus often added to processed foods. When eaten in moderation and especially when chosen carefully, this kind of yogurt can provide high-quality protein, calcium, and beneficial probiotics that support digestive balance. Have you ever looked for phosphate-free or no added phosphates on your yogurt label? The probiotics in Greek yogurt help support a healthy gut microbiome, which has been shown to play an important role in reducing the buildup of uremic toxins like indoxyl sulfate and p-cresyl sulfate. These toxins are linked to faster kidney function decline, and poor gut health can worsen their production. By promoting beneficial bacteria, yogurt may indirectly reduce the load on your kidneys. Do you usually include fermented foods in your daily meals? Now add a quarter of a chopped apple, which brings about 90 milligrams of potassium per serving, keeping it well within the safe limit for kidney patients. Apples are not just low in potassium but are also rich in pectin, a type of soluble fiber that can lower cholesterol, support gut health, and possibly help control blood sugar, which is especially helpful if you have diabetes along with kidney disease. Do you know which fruits you eat most often and how they impact your potassium intake? When it comes to granola, store-bought options often have phosphate additives to make them crunchier or last longer, which can be harmful because this form of phosphorus is highly absorbable and can quickly raise serum phosphorus levels. High phosphorus in the blood is a known risk factor for bone weakening and heart problems in people with reduced kidney function. Instead, making your own granola at home using safe ingredients like rolled oats, puffed rice, maple syrup, and cinnamon allows you to control the content. You can toast rolled oats and puffed rice at 300 degrees Fahrenheit for about 15 minutes. Then stir in cinnamon and drizzle with a small amount of pure maple syrup to bind it all. Let it cool completely so it crisps up. This version has roughly 40 milligrams of phosphorus per quarter cup and avoids harmful additives. Have you ever tried preparing your own granola, or do you usually rely on packaged brands? Combining all these ingredients creates a breakfast that feels like a treat but works hard behind the scenes to support kidney health, gut balance, and energy. Always remember to double-check yogurt and granola labels to avoid hidden sources of sodium and phosphorus, which can quietly add up. Do you find it challenging to figure out which ingredients are kidney-safe when shopping? Number 4. Low potassium smoothie. For those who want a light, refreshing start to the day that hydrates and nourishes without putting stress on the kidneys, our next breakfast, a homemade low-potassium smoothie, offers a dessert-like taste with powerful health benefits. A low-potassium smoothie can be one of the most convenient and kidney-supportive breakfast options, especially when mornings are rushed and energy is low. This strawberry and apple blend is specifically designed to support hydration, stabilize blood sugar, and reduce strain on the kidneys while offering a delicious taste that feels more like a treat than a dietary restriction. Half a cup of strawberries adds only around 115 milligrams of potassium, which is considered low and manageable for kidney patients, while also providing antioxidants such as vitamin C and manganese that help reduce inflammation. Did you know strawberries have compounds that may help reduce oxidative stress, which is often elevated in those with kidney disease? Adding half of a small apple keeps the potassium content in check and brings a healthy dose of fiber that supports digestion and may help lower cholesterol levels over time. Apples also have a type of fiber called pectin, which has been linked to reduced absorption of toxins in the gut. Have you considered how the type of fiber in your fruit might affect your kidney health? For the liquid base, 1/4 cup of unsweetened rice milk keeps the phosphorus and potassium content very low, often under 30 milligrams of potassium and around 20 milligrams of phosphorus per serving. Rice milk is one of the lowest in mineral content among milk alternatives, which is why it is commonly recommended for people with kidney concerns. Were you aware that rice milk is often fortified with calcium, but not all brands avoid phosphate additives? Always check the ingredient label for hidden phosphorus additives like dicalcium phosphate or tricalcium phosphate, which are absorbed at much higher rates than naturally occurring phosphorus in food. 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed adds omega-3 fatty acids which support heart health and reduce inflammation. This is especially important because heart disease is a leading cause of death in people with chronic kidney disease. Studies suggest omega-3 fatty acids can help lower triglyceride levels and improve endothelial function, both of which are crucial for kidney and heart health. Do you currently add any plant-based sources of omega-3 fats to your meals? To make the smoothie, use a high-speed blender and start by adding rice milk, then fruit, followed by flaxseed last to make sure it blends evenly. Blend on high for 30 to 45 seconds until smooth. If you prefer a thinner consistency, you can add a few ice cubes or a splash more rice milk. Avoid adding ice cream or frozen yogurt since those can have high levels of phosphorus and potassium. One common mistake is adding bananas or spinach, which can cause a dangerous spike in potassium levels for those with impaired kidney function. A medium banana alone can have over 420 milligrams of potassium, which is nearly 1/4 of the daily limit for someone on a restricted potassium diet. Have you been unknowingly adding high potassium ingredients to your smoothies? Instead, try using other fruits like raspberries, blueberries, or pineapple, all of which are lower in potassium and bring their own health benefits. Pineapple, for example, has bromelain, which has anti-inflammatory. Number 5. Kidney-friendly pancakes. Are you craving something familiar that feels like a weekend treat but still fits your kidney diet? Next up is kidney-friendly pancakes, and they might change how you look at comfort food on a renal plan. Pancakes often bring comfort, nostalgia, and a sense of weekend ease, but when managing chronic kidney disease, they need a thoughtful twist to protect kidney function. A standard pancake can be surprisingly high in sodium, phosphorus, and even added sugars, all of which may contribute to faster kidney decline. In this kidney-friendly version, each pancake has less than 100 milligrams of sodium and approximately 120 milligrams of potassium, which helps reduce the load on kidneys already working hard. High sodium intake has been linked to increased blood pressure and fluid retention, both of which place more pressure on the kidneys. How often do you check the sodium content of your breakfast foods? The recipe starts with white flour instead of whole wheat, which keeps phosphorus levels low. While whole grains are often considered healthier in general diets, white flour is usually preferred for people with reduced kidney function due to its lower phosphorus content. Have you been avoiding pancakes thinking they are too risky? The leavening is done with baking soda rather than baking powder, which is key because baking powder commonly has sodium phosphate. Phosphate additives are particularly harmful because they are absorbed at nearly 100% efficiency. Unlike natural phosphorus in foods, using baking soda instead can significantly reduce this hidden risk. Unsweetened applesauce acts as a binder and gives natural sweetness without pushing up potassium or phosphorus. Unlike eggs, which are high in both cholesterol and phosphorus, applesauce lowers the burden on your kidneys and supports smoother digestion. It also brings in dietary fiber, which may help with blood sugar control and fullness. Fiber intake has been associated with lower levels of inflammation and improved gut health, which is a growing area of interest in kidney care. Do you ever use fruit purees as substitutes when baking at home? Instead of syrup, which is often loaded with added sugars that can raise blood glucose and contribute to inflammation. Try warmed apple slices with cinnamon or a small portion of pureed pear. Cinnamon may support blood pressure control and better insulin sensitivity, both of which help protect kidney health in the long term. Are you someone who automatically adds syrup, or have you tried alternatives like fruit-based toppings? Many store-bought pancake mixes are made with sodium phosphate additives that are not only unnecessary, but can quietly raise your daily phosphorus intake without you realizing. Always read the ingredient list and consider making a dry pancake mix at home in advance. Did you know phosphorus from additives is absorbed at rates higher than 80% compared to only 30 to 60? Number 6. Rice porridge with miso and scallions. If your taste preferences lean towards savory and warm in the mornings, something simpler but deeply nourishing is up next. Rice porridge with miso and scallions offers a gentle filling meal that supports gut health, hydration, and kidney comfort all at once. Rice porridge made with low-sodium miso and scallions can be one of the most nourishing choices for those managing kidney function, especially when digestion feels sluggish or appetite is low. A single cup of cooked white rice contributes around 35 milligrams of potassium, which keeps it safely within kidney-friendly limits. Unlike brown rice, which has more potassium and phosphorus, white rice offers a gentler option for people aiming to reduce the mineral burden on their kidneys. Have you noticed how your energy or digestion changes when you choose white rice over brown? Adding low-sodium miso to the broth brings in probiotics that help support the gut microbiome. A healthy gut plays a direct role in reducing uremic toxins, which are waste products that build up in the blood when kidney function declines. Studies show that gut-targeted dietary changes can influence systemic inflammation and even slow kidney disease progression. But miso needs to be used carefully. 1 teaspoon is enough to flavor the dish while keeping sodium within safe boundaries. Too much can increase fluid retention and worsen blood pressure. Do you measure your miso, or do you usually eyeball it when adding to soups or broths? Chopped scallions give not only flavor, but also a gentle source of sulfur containing compounds that support detoxification pathways. They are low in potassium and phosphorus, yet they bring antioxidant benefits which may support vascular health. If tolerated, small cubes of tofu can be added for protein, but make sure to choose low-sodium options and stay mindful of phosphorus content. Tofu provides a plant-based protein that is often better tolerated than animal proteins in people with reduced kidney function, especially when phosphorus additives are not present. Do you usually include tofu in your meals, or do you find it hard to digest? The porridge texture is key. Simmering white rice in extra water for more than 40 minutes helps break down the starch and create a soothing, creamy consistency that is easier to digest and absorb. Cooking it slowly allows the flavors to blend naturally without the need for high-sodium seasonings or artificial flavor boosters. This technique is often used in many traditional cultures for both comfort and recovery. How long do you usually cook your rice? Have you ever tried cooking it this way? A 1-cup serving is typically enough to provide fullness without heaviness, especially when paired with hydrating side options like sliced cucumber or a warm cup of herbal tea. It supports hydration without overwhelming the kidneys, which is particularly important in cases of fluid restrictions or morning fatigue. Rice porridge like this offers warmth, simplicity, and a digestive rest that is often hard to find in most packaged or processed breakfast foods. If your mornings feel too sweet or too rushed, this kind of savory, balanced option can give you a calming and functional. Number 7. Cucumber and cream cheese toast. Coming up next is something lighter that brings a refreshing contrast, especially on warm days. Cucumber and cream cheese toast made with white bread might sound simple, but it can be flavorful and completely kidney-safe when made with the right ingredients. It may seem simple, but it can be a surprisingly refreshing and kidney-friendly option when prepared with care. White bread, often viewed as less nutritious compared to whole grain varieties, has a distinct advantage for people with kidney concerns. Unlike whole grain bread, which is typically higher in phosphorus, white bread has much lower levels of this mineral. Phosphorus is a key element that those with kidney disease need to limit, as impaired kidneys struggle to filter it from the bloodstream, potentially leading to bone and heart complications. Have you ever been mindful of the phosphorus content in bread when making your selection? Cream cheese, while lower in protein, offers a satisfying creamy texture that works well in kidney-friendly meals. High-protein foods can be taxing on the kidneys, making cream cheese a better choice for those watching their protein intake. However, many commercial cream cheeses are loaded with sodium, which can worsen kidney function by contributing to high blood pressure and fluid retention. Choosing a low-sodium variety can help avoid this issue, ensuring the dish remains healthy and flavorful. How often do you consider the sodium content in your dairy products? Cucumbers bring much more than just crunch to this dish. They are low in potassium, making them a great option for people with kidney concerns who need to limit their potassium intake. Cucumbers are also packed with water, about 95% of them is water, helping keep you hydrated without straining the kidneys. Hydration plays a crucial role in kidney health because it helps the kidneys filter waste more efficiently, reduce the risk of kidney stones, and prevent dehydration, which can lead to kidney damage over time. How do you ensure you're staying hydrated throughout the day? To prepare this toast, you simply toast the white bread, spread a tablespoon of cream cheese and top with thin cucumber slices. A sprinkle of dill adds a refreshing herby flavor that complements the mildness of the cucumber and cream cheese. Dill, besides being aromatic and flavorful, is also known for its anti-inflammatory properties, which can benefit kidney health by reducing systemic inflammation. Have you tried adding herbs like dill to your meals for a health boost? Or do you usually stick to basic seasonings? A common mistake to avoid is using whole grain bread, which despite its higher fiber content, has more phosphorus, which can increase the kidney's workload. Phosphorus is necessary in the body, but when kidneys are not functioning properly, it can accumulate in the blood, leading to issues such as itchy skin, bone pain, and even heart problems. When managing kidney health, it's important to be selective about phosphorus intake. Do you usually go for whole grain bread, or are you more conscious of phosphorus when choosing your meals? This cucumber and cream cheese toast can also make an excellent snack as it is light yet satisfying. The combination of water-rich cucumber and low-sodium cream cheese offers a refreshing option compared to many packaged snacks, which often have excessive amounts of sodium, phosphorus, and preservatives. With kidney health in mind, choosing fresh, simple ingredients can provide the nutrients needed without overloading your body with harmful additives. Have you tried swapping your usual snacks for healthier alternatives like this toast? So which of these 7 kidney-friendly recipes surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. Kidney patients. There are 4 proteins you should eat and 6 you should never touch. Protein is a crucial part of our diet, but when it comes to kidney patients, not all proteins are created equal. You know, the kidneys play a vital role in filtering out waste from the body, especially waste generated when protein is broken down. Eating the wrong types of protein can put extra strain on the kidneys, causing damage to worsen, raising blood urea levels and increasing the acid load in the body. This can actually speed up the progression of kidney disease. However, this does not mean you should avoid protein altogether because your body needs it to maintain muscle, support healing, and keep energy levels up. The key is choosing the right protein sources that ease the workload on your kidneys and provide essential nutrients. What many people don't understand is that protein metabolism creates something called nitrogenous waste. When your kidneys are healthy, they efficiently filter this waste through tiny structures called nephrons. But when kidney function declines, these waste products start building up in your bloodstream, creating a toxic environment that can affect everything from your brain function to your heart rhythm. And this is why protein selection becomes absolutely critical for anyone dealing with chronic kidney disease. I've spent over 15 years working with kidney patients, and I've seen firsthand how the right protein choices can slow disease progression, while the wrong ones can accelerate decline at an alarming rate. One patient, David, came to me with stage 4 chronic kidney disease. His previous doctor had simply told him to eat less protein without explaining which types were safer. Within 6 months of switching to kidney-friendly protein sources, his creatinine levels stabilized for the first time in 2 years. Today I will share 4 proteins that are highly beneficial for kidney health and 6 that you should avoid to protect your kidney function. We will also discuss how to prepare these proteins, portion sizes, and tips on buying quality products available in your local stores. Stay tuned until the end because there is a bonus tip that could improve your kidney health through a simple daily habit. Now let's start by discussing one of the cleanest and most kidney-friendly protein sources, egg whites. Egg whites are among the best protein sources for people with kidney problems. They provide a very high biological value protein, meaning they contain all the essential amino acids your body needs in ideal amounts. Importantly, egg whites contain only about 10 milligrams of phosphorus per large egg white, which is significantly lower than the 86 milligrams found in a whole egg. Phosphorus is a mineral that kidney patients must monitor closely because when kidneys cannot remove excess phosphorus, it builds up and causes bone and heart problems. The reason egg whites are so superior lies in their unique amino acid profile. Unlike many protein sources that contain varying amounts of each essential amino acid, egg whites provide what nutritionists call a complete amino acid spectrum in nearly perfect ratios. This means your body can use almost 100% of the protein without creating excessive waste products that burden your kidneys. What's particularly fascinating about egg whites is their bioavailability score of 100, which is the gold standard that all other proteins are measured against. Compare this to beef, which scores around 80, or most plant proteins that score between 50 and 70. This higher efficiency means you need less total protein to meet your body's needs, which directly reduces the workload on your kidneys. Egg whites are also low in saturated fats compared to red meats, which helps prevent cardiovascular disease, a common concern for kidney patients. Each egg white provides about 3.6 grams of high-quality protein, which is perfect for supporting muscle maintenance without overwhelming your kidneys. The low sodium content, typically less than 55 milligrams per egg white, makes them safe even for patients on strict sodium restrictions. How many egg whites do you consume in a day? Let me know if you have tried using them as a protein source. When it comes to preparation, it is best to consume 3 to 4 egg whites daily, ideally boiled or steamed rather than fried. Boiling or steaming keeps the protein clean and avoids added fats that are harmful to your kidneys. Here's a preparation technique that, honestly, maximizes both nutrition and taste. When boiling egg whites, just add them to already boiling water and cook for exactly 6 minutes. This creates a texture that's firm but not rubbery. For a bit of variety, you can poach them in silicone molds, which actually allows you to season them with kidney-friendly herbs like fresh dill or parsley, without adding sodium. You can mix egg whites into oatmeal kidney-friendly stir-fries or homemade wraps for a variety of tasty options. However, just be cautious about adding cheese or salted seasonings, as these can increase phosphorus and sodium levels in your diet, which are harmful to kidney health. Choosing the right eggs is also important. Opt for pasture-raised organic eggs when possible, because they tend to have fewer additives and better nutritional profiles. The difference between conventional and pasture-raised eggs goes beyond just nutrition. Pasture-raised hens produce eggs with higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin E, both of which have anti-inflammatory properties that can benefit kidney health. Conventional eggs often come from hens fed diets high in corn and soy, which can increase the inflammatory potential of the protein. If you use liquid egg whites from cartons, pick versions that contain no additives or preservatives. Many commercial egg white products contain sodium phosphate or other phosphorus-based preservatives that can be harmful to kidney patients. Always read labels carefully and look for products that list only egg whites as the ingredient. Some mistakes are common among kidney patients using egg whites. First, avoid eating the yolks because they contain high levels of phosphorus and cholesterol, which can burden your kidneys. Also, frying egg whites in butter or oil adds unhealthy saturated and trans fats that can worsen kidney and heart health. Additionally, consuming raw egg whites regularly can lead to biotin deficiency, a vitamin essential for energy metabolism. Raw egg whites contain a protein called avidin that binds to biotin and prevents its absorption, so it is best to cook them thoroughly. From my experience as a doctor working with kidney patients for many years, I have seen noticeable improvements in energy levels and laboratory markers when patients replace meat with egg whites 3 to 4 times a week. This simple substitution can make a huge difference. One patient, Margaret, was struggling with fatigue and declining albumin levels, which indicated poor protein status. After switching from her usual breakfast of bacon and eggs to 4 egg whites with herbs, her albumin levels improved within 8 weeks, and she reported feeling more energetic throughout the day. What protein swaps have you tried in your diet? Feel free to share your experience. Now let's move on to a soft, creamy plant-based protein that might surprise you with its benefits. Tofu. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Where are you watching from, and what health goal matters most to you right now? If staying healthy, strong, and independent is important to you, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Do you feel this kind of content truly supports your journey? If it does, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0. Your feedback helps shape future videos. Tofu is a plant-based protein that offers significant benefits for kidney patients. A half-cup serving of tofu contains about 10 grams of protein, which is excellent for meeting your daily needs. Importantly, it only contains around 121 milligrams of phosphorus, which is much lower compared to most animal proteins. This is crucial because excess phosphorus can accelerate kidney damage and increase the risk of cardiovascular complications. What makes tofu particularly valuable for kidney patients is its unique processing method. Traditional tofu is made by coagulating soy milk with calcium sulfate or magnesium chloride, both of which are gentler on the kidneys than the phosphate-based coagulants used in some commercial varieties. This traditional method also preserves more of the beneficial isoflavones that provide anti-inflammatory benefits. Tofu is rich in isoflavones and antioxidants, compounds that have been shown by research from the University of California to reduce inflammation in kidney tissues. Lower inflammation can slow disease progression and improve kidney function. Moreover, tofu is easy to digest and does not place a heavy filtration burden on the kidneys. The protein quality in tofu is often underestimated. While it doesn't have as complete an amino acid profile as egg whites, it provides all essential amino acids when consumed as part of a varied diet. The biological value of tofu protein is approximately 65, which means it's efficiently used by the body with minimal waste production. Have you included plant-based proteins like tofu in your meals? Drop a comment below about how you prepare it. There are different ways to enjoy tofu depending on its type. Soft or silken tofu can be added to smoothies or scrambled as a substitute for eggs, making it an easy addition to your diet. Firm tofu works well when baked or stir-fried using a low-sodium soy sauce substitute to avoid excess salt intake, which can increase blood pressure and worsen kidney problems. Here's a preparation method that transforms tofu from bland to flavorful while keeping it kidney-friendly. Press firm tofu for 30 minutes to remove excess water, then marinate it in a mixture of low-sodium vegetable broth, fresh ginger, and herbs like cilantro or basil. Bake at 375 degrees for 25 minutes, flipping once halfway through. This creates a golden, flavorful exterior while maintaining the tender interior. The recommended portion is about half a cup per day, consumed around 3 times per week to balance protein needs without overwhelming the kidneys. When purchasing tofu, choose organic, non-genetically modified organism brands, which tend to have fewer additives and chemicals. It is important to avoid pre-marinated tofu products as they often contain high sodium and monosodium glutamate, which can raise blood pressure and cause fluid retention. There are, some common mistakes to avoid with tofu. Do not eat it with processed sauces high in sodium or sugar because this can actually negate its kidney-friendly benefits. Also, deep frying tofu introduces oxidized fats which are harmful to both kidney and heart health. Lastly, some tofu products contain phosphate additives that increase the phosphorus load, so it's really important to always check ingredient lists carefully. Look for words like sodium phosphate, calcium phosphate, or phosphoric acid on labels. These additives can actually triple the phosphorus content compared to traditionally made tofu. In my experience working with kidney patients for, 15 years, tofu has become a reliable source of protein that supports nutritional needs without overburdening the kidneys. If you have not tried replacing some animal protein with tofu, this might be a good time to consider it. What plant-based proteins have worked well for you? I would love to hear from you. Next, we will turn our attention to a protein from the sea with a mild taste but strong benefits for kidney health. Tilapia. Tilapia is a lean fish that offers an excellent protein source for people with kidney issues. It is low in fat and phosphorus, containing approximately 170 milligrams of phosphorus and about 22 grams of protein per 100 grams of fish. The low phosphorus content helps reduce the mineral buildup that kidney patients must avoid, and the high protein content supports muscle strength and tissue repair. What many people don't realize about tilapia is that it has one of the lowest phosphorus to protein ratios among commonly available fish. This ratio is crucial for kidney patients because it means you get maximum protein benefit with minimal phosphorus load. Compare this to salmon, which contains nearly 300 milligrams of phosphorus per 100 grams, and you can see why tilapia is often the preferred choice for kidney diets. Tilapia also has a mild flavor and lean profile, making it easy to digest without causing digestive discomfort that some kidney patients experience with heavier proteins. Additionally, tilapia contains selenium and vitamin B12, two nutrients important for overall kidney metabolism and reducing oxidative stress on the kidneys. The selenium content in tilapia is particularly beneficial because it supports glutathione production, which is honestly one of the body's most powerful antioxidants. This helps protect kidney cells from damage caused by toxins and metabolic waste. Also, vitamin B12 is essential for energy metabolism and can help combat the fatigue that, many kidney patients experience. Have you tried incorporating fish into your kidney-friendly meals? If you have, feel free to share your favorite recipes below. It is recommended to eat 1 to 2 servings per week, with each serving being around 4 ounces. Cooking methods are important, by the way. Steaming, baking, or grilling are best to keep the fish light and kidney-friendly. Try to avoid heavy sauces or breading that add extra sodium and unhealthy fats. Here's a cooking technique that preserves both flavor and kidney-friendly properties. You can create a parchment paper packet with tilapia, thin slices of lemon, fresh herbs like thyme or oregano, and just a drizzle of olive oil. Bake at 400 degrees for about 15 to 18 minutes. This method, called en papillote, steams the fish in its own juices while infusing it with herb flavors, all without adding sodium. Combining tilapia with fresh herbs such as parsley or lemon zest can really enhance flavor without increasing sodium or potassium. How do you prefer to cook fish? I'm curious to know if you use fresh herbs often. When shopping for tilapia, look for fresh or frozen fish from reputable farms that follow strict quality standards. It's best to avoid imports from sources known for lower safety standards. Wild-caught tilapia, or those certified by the United States Department of Agriculture, are definitely preferred for better nutrition and fewer contaminants. The farming practices for tilapia can significantly affect its nutritional value and safety. Fish raised in overcrowded conditions or fed poor-quality feed may contain higher levels of inflammatory compounds, so it's important to look for tilapia that's been raised in clean water systems with proper feed management. Be cautious to avoid breaded or fried tilapia products as they add unhealthy fats and sodium. Also, pairing tilapia with high potassium sides such as mashed potatoes may increase potassium intake beyond safe limits. So, it is wise to adjust side dishes accordingly. In my many years as a doctor working with kidney patients, I have noticed that lean fish like tilapia provide excellent protein without the metabolic burden associated with red meat. It allows patients to maintain strength and improve lab values without worsening kidney function. What is your experience with fish in a kidney diet? Drop your comments below. Stay with me because the final two might surprise you. They are both incredibly impactful, and chances are one of them is something you have not come across before. Now let's get into a grain-based protein source that is often underestimated but very beneficial for kidney health. Quinoa. Quinoa is a powerful grain-based protein that kidney patients should consider adding to their diet. It is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids that the body cannot produce on its own. 1 cooked cup of quinoa provides about 8 grams of protein, making it a great plant-based option. Compared to most beans, quinoa is lower in potassium and phosphorus, which are minerals kidney patients need to monitor carefully. What makes quinoa unique among grains is its protein completeness. Most grains are deficient in lysine, an essential amino acid, but quinoa contains adequate amounts of all essential amino acids. This makes it particularly valuable for kidney patients who may be limiting other protein sources. The protein efficiency of quinoa is also impressive. With a biological value of about 73, it's higher than most plant proteins and approaches the efficiency of some animal proteins. This means less metabolic waste for your kidneys to process while still meeting your body's amino acid needs. Its high fiber content also helps reduce the buildup of uremic toxins in the body by promoting regular bowel movements and healthy digestion. The fiber in quinoa acts like a sponge, binding to toxins in the digestive tract and helping eliminate them before they can be absorbed into the bloodstream and burden the kidneys. Have you tried quinoa as a protein alternative? I would like to hear your thoughts on its taste and ease of preparation. Best practice is to consume between half to 1 cup of cooked quinoa per day, preferably as part of a light lunch or dinner. It pairs well with steamed vegetables or stir-fried tofu to create a balanced meal. Rinsing quinoa thoroughly before cooking is important because it removes bitter saponins on the surface which can affect taste and digestion. These natural compounds are the plant's defense mechanism against insects, but they can cause digestive upset in humans if not removed properly. Here's the proper rinsing technique. Place quinoa in a fine mesh strainer and rinse under cold running water for at least 2 minutes, rubbing the grains together with your hands. You'll know it's ready when the water runs clear instead of cloudy. This simple step transforms quinoa from potentially bitter to pleasantly nutty. So, do you rinse quinoa before cooking? If so, does it make a difference for you? When buying quinoa, it's really advisable to choose pre-rinsed versions or, rinse it yourself to make sure any bitterness is removed. Also, selecting organic quinoa can help reduce exposure to pesticides and, support better health overall. Some mistakes to avoid include cooking quinoa with high sodium stock or those seasoning packets, which can really add unwanted salt. Also, serving quinoa with salty cheeses actually reduces its kidney-friendly effects. Instant quinoa products often contain added sodium or flavors, so, reading labels carefully is essential. Now that we have covered proteins you should eat, we will shift focus to proteins you should absolutely avoid if you want to protect your kidney health. The first one is a misleading meat often thought to be healthy: turkey bacon. Turkey bacon is a protein many people choose, thinking it is healthier than regular bacon. However, it is highly processed and contains a lot of sodium, with each slice having around 500 milligrams. That is already more than 20% of the daily limit for someone with kidney issues. Too much sodium causes fluid retention and increases blood pressure, which puts extra strain on kidneys that are already struggling to filter waste properly. What makes turkey bacon particularly deceptive is its health halo effect. Because it's made from turkey instead of pork, and often marketed as lower fat or healthier, many people assume it's a safe choice. But the processing methods used to create turkey bacon actually concentrate many of the harmful compounds while stripping away beneficial nutrients. Besides sodium, turkey bacon has phosphate preservatives added to improve shelf life and flavor. Phosphates in processed foods are absorbed more easily by the body than natural sources, which means they raise the phosphorus load faster. High phosphorus levels accelerate kidney damage and bone problems by disrupting calcium balance in the body. The phosphate additives commonly found in turkey bacon include sodium phosphate, potassium phosphate, and polyphosphates. These additives can increase the phosphorus content by 70 to 100% compared to fresh turkey meat. For kidney patients who need to limit phosphorus to 800 to 1,000 milligrams per day, just 2 slices of turkey bacon can provide nearly 15% of that limit. Many patients do not realize these additives are hidden in products labeled as healthy or low fat. Have you noticed any effects from eating processed meats like turkey bacon? Drop a comment below and share your experience with sodium and kidney health. Choosing fresh whole foods over processed options is always a safer bet. Do you think labeling regulations should be stricter on these phosphate additives? Let me know your thoughts. Moving forward, red lentils are often praised as a nutritious plant-based protein, but they carry hidden risks for kidney patients. Despite being plant-based, red lentils contain high levels of potassium and phosphorus. 1 cup of cooked red lentils contains over 350 milligrams of phosphorus and 700 milligrams of potassium, which can overwhelm kidneys unable to balance electrolytes properly. Because they are commonly added in soups, stews, and curries, it is easy to overconsume them without realizing the cumulative effect on kidney workload. The potassium content in red lentils is particularly concerning because it's highly bioavailable, meaning your body absorbs it efficiently. For someone on a 2,000 milligram daily potassium restriction, 1 cup of red lentils provides 35% of their entire daily allowance. When combined with other foods throughout the day, this can easily push potassium levels into dangerous territory. Elevated potassium levels can cause dangerous heart rhythm problems, while phosphorus overload accelerates kidney decline. People with chronic kidney disease must monitor not only protein intake, but also these minerals carefully. The challenge with lentils is that they're often combined with other high-potassium foods like tomatoes, spinach, or coconut milk in traditional recipes, multiplying the risk. Do you include lentils regularly in your meals? How do you manage portion sizes to keep potassium and phosphorus in check? I would love to hear your strategies in the comments below. Remember, just because something is plant-based does not always mean it is kidney-friendly. Next, let us take a closer look at hot dogs, a classic comfort food that many avoid when thinking about healthy eating. Hot dogs are loaded with sodium nitrates, processed fats, and phosphate additives that make them particularly harmful for kidney health. Sodium nitrates used to preserve and color meat raise acid load and inflammation in the body. The excess acid worsens kidney function by increasing metabolic waste the kidneys must filter along with inflammation. This also raises blood pressure, which further damages the kidneys over time. The nitrate content in hot dogs can be staggering, with some varieties containing over 200 milligrams per serving. When nitrates combine with amino acids in the stomach, they can form compounds called nitrosamines, which are potentially carcinogenic and create additional toxins that the kidneys must process. Processed fats found in hot dogs are often oxidized and promote oxidative stress, which is, honestly, a key factor in kidney cell damage. Many people do not realize that hot dogs and similar processed meats are actually one of the worst protein sources for kidneys, despite their popularity. Have you ever considered the impact of processed meats on your kidney function? Please share your thoughts or experiences below. Choosing fresh, lean meats or, plant-based alternatives is a better choice for maintaining kidney health. Now we will move on to whey protein isolates. This is a popular supplement, often marketed as a healthy way to boost protein intake. Whey protein isolates are extremely high in phosphorus and nitrogen byproducts, which increases the filtration load on the kidneys. This is especially true when consumed in large doses or by those with reduced kidney function. The kidneys have to work harder to clear the nitrogen waste created from metabolizing these proteins, which can, over time, accelerate damage. Unlike whole food sources, whey isolates lack balancing nutrients such as fiber, antioxidants, and vitamins that help reduce inflammation and support overall kidney health. One scoop of typical whey protein isolate can contain 150 to 200 milligrams of phosphorus and produce nitrogen waste equivalent to 4 to 6 ounces of meat. For kidney patients, this concentrated protein load can overwhelm the filtration system, especially when consumed post-workout, when the kidneys are already working to clear exercise-related metabolic waste. Many people do not realize that while protein supplements may support muscle growth, they can harm kidneys if not chosen carefully. Have you used whey protein before? What effects did you notice on your energy or kidney health? I'm curious about your experiences, so please drop a comment below. It is always better to get protein from whole foods that support kidney function more gently. Next, canned black beans are a common pantry staple that can cause trouble for kidney patients despite their plant origin. The canning process adds a high amount of salt and potassium to the beans. 1 cup of canned black beans, even after draining, contains nearly 600 milligrams of potassium, which is a significant load for those with kidney impairment. The sodium content from the canning liquid increases blood pressure and fluid retention, both dangerous for kidney health. People often eat large portions without realizing how much potassium and sodium they consume this way. While dried beans can be soaked and rinsed to reduce mineral content, canned versions are less controllable and often come with hidden additives. Do you prefer canned or dried beans? How do you manage salt and potassium when preparing legumes? Let me know your tips in the comments. Opting for low-sodium canned beans or soaking dried beans thoroughly helps reduce these risks. Finally, beefsteak is often thought of as a good protein source, especially lean cuts, but it carries many hidden risks for kidneys. Beefsteak is very high in saturated fat and phosphorus, which both contribute to worsening kidney disease. Saturated fat increases inflammation and promotes atherosclerosis, narrowing blood vessels and impairing kidney blood flow. The high phosphorus content accelerates bone and heart complications common in chronic kidney disease. Additionally, beef produces high levels of uric acid when metabolized, which can lead to gout, a painful condition frequently found in kidney patients. Even lean cuts of beef put stress on kidney filtration due to their complex protein and fat profile. Many patients are surprised to learn that even moderate amounts of red meat can accelerate kidney decline. What is your favorite protein source? Do you limit red meat because of kidney health concerns? I would love to hear your perspective, so share below. Incorporating more kidney-friendly proteins can help preserve function longer. Now let us shift our focus to a simple daily habit that supports all your dietary efforts. A morning walking routine. Walking for 20 to 30 minutes soon after waking improves circulation and increases oxygen delivery to the kidneys. This increased blood flow helps kidneys filter waste more effectively and reduces strain. Regular walking also supports blood sugar control and lowers blood pressure, which are two of the leading causes of kidney decline. After a night of rest, walking helps flush out fluids retained overnight, easing swelling and improving overall kidney function. Studies from institutions like the Cleveland Clinic show that morning physical activity improves glomerular filtration rate and insulin sensitivity, directly benefiting kidney health. Patients I have worked with often report reduced fatigue, less swelling, and improved mood after incorporating daily walks into their routine. Have you tried morning walking to support your kidney health? What benefits did you notice? Drop a comment below and share your experience. This simple habit can make a big difference when combined with a kidney-friendly diet. Let's bring everything together so you can remember what matters most and start making changes right away. Here is your quick summary. Egg whites give you high-quality protein without stressing your kidneys. Tofu offers a plant-based source that helps reduce inflammation. Tilapia delivers lean protein with low phosphorus, perfect for gentle digestion. Quinoa supports energy and digestion with complete protein. Avoid turkey bacon, red lentils, hot dogs, whey isolates, canned black beans, and beef steak, all of which overload your kidneys. And do not forget, a morning walk helps your kidneys start the day right. If this gave you real value, hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe. And in the next video, I am sharing something small that can make a big difference for your kidney health.